I'm gonna record on my phone because I know the audio must not be great out here. But welcome back to another video. I did promise that I would do like a Q&A of some sort, and I think I've just finished up filming a video. I've done like a little life update, so go over there if you wanna. A little update on my whole move to Toronto. But you guys have been asking some really intrusive and, what can we call them? Nosy. You guys are nosy. Let's just say that. You guys have been asking me some like really like in-depth questions, and I was just like, okay, I have to do a whole separate video for this because you guys just be in my business, and that's okay. That is actually okay. I'm currently on my balcony filming this, and one thing that I think I mentioned it to you guys before that I really wanted to get better at was filming like in public spaces where potentially people might be looking at me like, what the hell is this girl doing? So I'm currently on my balcony, and like you could say where I live is in like a condo, so like I'm surrounded by other buildings, and like there's so many people looking over here right now like, what is this girl doing? Nevertheless, content needs to get done. I'm trying to stick to this 2 videos a week, just for the duration of the rest of 2024, because I feel like I don't have an issue with making content. I don't have an issue with I enjoy making content, I enjoy editing. That's not the problem. It's being consistent and like changing what consistency looks like to me, because I will post once every 2 weeks and feel like I've done a lot. That's not a lot. That is not a lot at all. But yeah, let's get into the video. Before we do, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, let's get me to 100 subscribers. That would be amazing. That'd be so that would make me very happy if we can get to 100 subs, because then after 100 subs is like, can we get to 500? So yeah, let's do it. It's actually, the weather's been a lot better than it has been. I'd say like over the past like 3-4 days, the weather's been really cold. Today, not that I've been outside, I literally went to the gym, which is inside the complex, but on my balcony it's not cold right now. Like usually I'd need a blanket out here, but it's not cold at all, so we good. But yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so the first question somebody asked me is, how do I make money out here in Toronto? I'm guessing that's like, what do I do for work? Do I do music here? Like, how do I make my source of income? And I've actually had a few people ask me the same question, but I came out here knowing that I wouldn't have the same resources as I did back home in the UK, which is absolutely fine. And I did have to mentally prepare myself for the fact that I was going to have to either work a job, or I was going to have to make sure my businesses that I started in London could, would survive over here or make me enough money to kind of like fend for myself. Obviously I do have family here in Canada. I stayed with my aunt for the first like month of my stay in Toronto, which helped out massively because I didn't get a job for maybe like, I probably didn't get a job for like 3 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, I know some people from the UK that live out here who are still trying to find work, so I feel like I've done a really good job of getting out here and getting like my head focused and like stuck in it, and kind of like just like I needed a job, and that's literally what I did. So it took me about 3 weeks to get a job, and then it meant that the money that I did get I used to then get the place that I'm staying at now. And I'm just staying in a condo downtown. I'm staying in Toronto, kind of like central. And yeah, so far so good. So I was actually working like a 9-to-5 job. Don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm just out here Like, I always get the question, like, how do I manage like traveling and doing all the things that I want to do if I don't have a job? I don't know why people always assume that I just don't have a job just because I don't expose my entire life on the internet. Back home, I did music and I had a business to run. Over here, I don't have the same things that I had back home. So yes, I went and got a job, and I was doing inventory and social media and like sales associate work for a company out here. It was like a boutique, so that was pretty cool. In regards to jobs, I'm not gonna lie, like if we're being completely transparent, I quit my job like it's maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, near enough a week. I quit my job because I will never, like, money is not enough for me to remain somewhere where I don't feel like I'm being treated properly. There was just a number of things in this job that I just didn't fuck with. Like, I didn't appreciate, I didn't feel welcomed, I didn't feel comfortable, and I felt stressed. Like I felt, like I wasn't feeling grateful. Like the gratitude left my body because I'm just working with, it was a toxic environment. It was a really, really toxic environment. So that wasn't somewhere that I planned on, even when I got the job, to be fair. It wasn't somewhere I planned on staying for the long run anyway, because I don't do, like, humbly speaking, like 9-to-5 work isn't what I do anymore. I've obviously had jobs growing up and stuff, but this was just a way of me meeting new people out here in Canada. Also, it was a way for me to make money. Like, obviously I had savings and I had money that I came out here with, but that wasn't going to last forever. And even though I will always still have savings, it's like I don't want to use my savings to live. Do you get it? Like, I want to live comfortably. So and yeah, it was a good way to like get to know areas and like kind of maneuver and not be so stagnant, which is really easy to like do when you don't have like a routine. So those are my reasons for getting like a 9-to-5 job. The pay was pretty decent, but yeah, I'm not working there now because I just wasn't enjoying my time there anymore, and I was feeling stressed, and I was feeling, I don't do the conflict, I don't do the drama, I don't do environments that make me feel like anxious, because there's just like bad vibes going on, complaining all the time, like so yeah, just wasn't for me. I am on the look for like new things to do. I'm not in a rush, which I'm grateful that I don't have to like rush and like, you know, that kind of thing, but I am I'm kind of just finding my feet and seeing what I want to do next. I do have plans for, I'd say, like the end of the year going into the new year. So even if I was to go back into work right now, like a 9-to-5 job, it would only be for like, it would only be temporary anyway. But don't be afraid to work, okay? Don't let the internet fool you, okay? Majority of the people that you look at online work regular jobs, okay? And one thing about me, I'm gonna get that money, period. Like, I'm not going without, okay? So what we gotta do, it's actually been really nice to not be working these last like few days, because I've been able to pay some attention to my businesses. I've been able to spend some time in the studio, which was one thing that I felt like I had to sacrifice whilst working this job, because I was doing crazy hours. I felt as if I wasn't able to, I didn't have any time for myself, and that's a really big issue for me, and time we don't get back. So I need to, money has to work for me. I can't work for money. So just kind of making sure I remain in that like mindset of abundance, and that I do have, you know, I already have everything that I need and want. So yeah, go to the next question. So somebody asked me, do I regret moving to Canada? I mean, regret is a really strong word. No, I don't regret moving at all. I feel like it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made. If you just watched my video that I just put out, the life update, the 21-day habits and the 90-day lifestyle, I literally was saying, like, it was one of the best decisions I've made in my 26 years of living, and I'm so happy that, like, I'm so happy I had the guts and the bravery to just get up and go. It takes a lot, and I'm just so proud of myself. It's definitely one of the biggest steps in my journey, and you know, regardless if I stay here or not, like, it's gonna be a big part of, like, my journey. So yeah. Will I return back to the UK? Of course I will return back. Now, in a sense where, will I return back for good? Probably not. It would take I don't know what it would take for me to go back. I genuinely don't know what it would take for me to go back to the UK. Like, to live, that's a bit OD. Like, those of you that know me, I don't want to live in the UK. Like, that's not something that I want. Like, I don't see myself settling down and, like, having kids and, like, getting married and, like, just living at, you know, the peak of my career and stuff in the UK. Like, I just don't see that for myself, and that's not an issue. But I will be back because my best friend is over there, my mum is over there. How did I say my best friend before my mum? That is crazy work. My best friend is over there, my mother is over there, and yeah, like, I'm obviously gonna have to go back at some point to visit. I've actually been, like, prolonging the visit just because I don't want to make, like, the whole homesick thing any worse than it already is. Why is my brightness so bright? It's getting dark out here, guys. But yeah, I don't want to make it any harder than it already has been for myself, like, being homesick and stuff. So yeah, I've been trying to, like, give it enough time so that I don't end up coming back here feeling worse than I already have been feeling about missing my family and stuff. Not that I've been second guessing anything, but it does get hard, as you can imagine. Comment down below if you have moved away from home before, or if you're currently living abroad. Let me know how it's been in terms of, like, navigating just, like, being away from family and, like, the normalities and, like, everything that you're used to. I genuinely do feel like I've settled in. It does feel like a home to me. Like, I feel like I'm at home. It's almost to the point where I feel like if I do go back to London, I feel like I'm going to be a little uncomfortable, which is a good thing. So yeah, next question. Okay, you guys have been, I don't know. Do you know what is so funny? Before I get into this next question, as somebody who watches YouTube, like, and somebody who, like, I don't know, like, I'd be assuming stuff from other YouTubers. Like, when I'm watching them, I'll be, like, trying to piece things together, because I'm a real YouTube girly. Like, I love watching YouTube. That's just how it is, okay? But this question, somebody asked me, do you ever get disheartened by your music career? Okay, I'll say this, right? And I don't take offense to that at all, right? I honestly don't. But yeah, I do. I definitely do. I feel like there's definitely been times where, I don't know, the journey's not been easy, and I feel like this is for any musician, whether they've blown straight away, whether it's taken a little longer, whether they're signed, independent, whatever it is. Like, trying to thrive in the music industry is tedious. It is the level of patience that you require. It just goes to show how many people genuinely love doing music, because I've been doing music for like 8-9 years now. 8 to 9 years I've been doing music, and yeah, it does get disheartening sometimes, because I do feel like, you know, why have other people been presented with opportunities that I haven't been, when I've done X amount of work and they've only been in the industry for so long, you know? But I feel like so many things change in the industry, and things that I don't necessarily like, and that's okay. I'm also a firm believer in, you know, like, timing is everything. I'm not going to rush or do things to kind of, like, get to the top, because I could have. I've had so many opportunities where I could have literally, in terms of clout and in terms of like getting my name out there, I could have done. But I just don't feel like it would have been genuine. I don't feel like it would have been, I don't know, maybe I would have regretted those decisions later on. So I've definitely turned down a lot of things in the industry just because of my character, and just because, you know, as much as I enjoy doing music and as much as I love being an artist, it's not the be all or end all. And I'm not about to do some crazy shit that other people have done just to that's all I'm gonna say. But with that being said, I'm not gonna stop. I still release music, I still write, I still do all of these things, but I also prioritize other things in life. Like, I have businesses. Like, for those of you that don't know, I'm the owner of the Blessed Moss, which is a sea moss company that I started in lockdown, and you know, it's been doing quite well. We're still a small business, but I'm looking to grow it. Thank you to all my loyal customers at the moment. There's so many things I want to do. Like, I want to have a winery, and I want to, like, there's just so many things I want to do. And as long as I'm ticking things off my list, and as long as, you know, I'm succeeding in whatever success looks like to me, that's all that fucking matters. So I don't want you guys to ever think, like, I don't want you guys to ever feel sorry for me, or ever feel like, I don't know, like, just because you don't see my music, like, doing what it's maybe doing for other people, that I'm any way, shape or form, like, struggling or, like, not doing good. Music's just one part of my life, and there's so much more to Jeenies. There's so much more to Remy Jean, and yeah, no, but yeah, I definitely do get disheartened, but it's okay. It will happen. One of these days, it will happen. Maybe you guys should go and stream my music. That would be good. That would be good if you could. I also definitely believe, like, I feel like you can kind of blow, or like, I don't know, do some shit to fucking, like, fast track and, like, blow up and, like, have your breakthrough moment in the music industry. Like, there's a lot of ways to do it, but I also feel like the support, well, with women anyway, is like, I don't know, it's a bit scarce. And I feel like in the UK, one thing that I felt strongly, maybe not for everyone, but for me, one thing that I felt very strongly was, like, people were almost like scared to like give me the helping hand, or like put me onto something, or like tell other people about me, or like pass opportunities to me, because they feel like they don't want me to get ahead of them. That's what I got from certain things anyway. Like, it was almost like a, I don't know, because with me, like when my time comes, and I hope people clap for me when it does. I've been clapping for people from the whole of my career, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not jealous. Do I wish I was in a different position in my music career? 100%. But my time will come. Until then, I'm very proud, and I'm very happy for everyone else that's doing bits in the industry. I've grown up with a lot of people that are doing crazy work right now, and yeah, sometimes it's hard to see, like, your peers that you, like, grew up with and stuff, like, taking off and doing all these things, when you feel like, you know, you've maybe done similar steps, or maybe even more sometimes, and you're not there. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, I'm still succeeding in many areas of my life, and I just don't put those things, and I just maybe don't put those things on the internet. Maybe I'll start. But yeah, if you do stream my music, I appreciate you, and I'll continue, and, you know, one day it will make sense, and when it does, humbly I'm a bask in all of my fruits, because the labor was laboring, okay? So I don't want to hear nothing about I'm too proud or too prideful when my time does come, because humbly I'm gonna show the fuck out, because it's been a long wait, okay? Okay, next question. I've only got a few more questions. So next one says, how long did it take for me to get my visa for Canada? Now, I'm actually going to do a whole video on what you can do to kind of like prepare for getting your visa, like how I went about it, the documents that I needed. I'm gonna explain everything, but yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any other questions you wanted to know about like the whole visa process. It is kind of lengthy. Saying that, it only took me, I would say it probably took me about 3 months max, maybe even 2, because you have to complete it in a certain time frame. So yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, it didn't take long at all. This was also like the quickest like visa thing that I've ever like done, because there's been other like visa applications that I've been trying to do for a while, which leads me into the next question. Actually, somebody asks, how comes I go to Los Angeles all the time? Do I have family there? No, I do not have family in Los Angeles, but I had a lot of like networking opportunities, I should say, and with going out there for those networking opportunities, I then made a lot of friends, and then it became something where like the friends that I met over there, like genuinely my friends, like wholeheartedly my good peoples, and like I miss them when I go home now. So I'm like, let me just kill 2 birds with 1 stone, go over there, spend my birthday, see my friends, and then I can also like go studio, go to these networking events or whatever it is, and then I also have family like across the states. So I have family in Atlanta, Florida, New York, Jersey, so that always helps. I always go and meet my cousin always flies to LA whenever I do anyway, so we can kind of like meet there. Now that I'm in Toronto, actually I'm much closer to New York, so I'll be taking a trip there soon. But I was actually supposed to move. The whole game plan was for me to move from London to LA. That was like the goal plan from the very beginning. Like, it wasn't to come, I don't even think I thought about Canada that much. Like it wasn't even, I don't know, it was like a last minute thing coming to Toronto. But that's why, like I'm saying, like the whole visa process was very quick to do. My hair's getting on my nerves. But yeah, the whole visa process was really quick to do because it was a last minute decision for me to come here. Like, I never once thought that I would be living in Toronto. Like, I guess you could say it was like the easy option of getting out of the UK. Whereas my visa, I've been working on my application for years for LA, and it's like every year they add shit on and make it like near enough impossible to go out there, and especially going out there as an artist. So I was supposed to come here, and then LA was going to be the next stop, seeing as I didn't move straight there. But since I've got here to Canada, I really like it here. Like, I can see myself staying here for a little longer than expected. Maybe we'll see what happens. I don't want to like futurize too much, but I can definitely see myself like just kind of like getting a bit comfortable here in the future. So that might be nice. And also if you watched some of my previous vlogs, when I first got here, I took a trip to LA because I had sessions there and stuff, working on a friend's album and stuff. And the flight was only like 3 to 4 hours, maybe like 3.5, 4 hours. It's really cheap. The tickets were cheap. So now it's like, if I do need to go over there, I can. Whereas it's less about me actually living in LA, which, you know, I only would have done for music purposes anyway. So yeah, who knows, we'll see. Okay, next question. Which one did it? Okay. Somebody asked, am I seeing anyone in Canada currently, or do I have a crush? The word crush is, I find it so like, I see people using it all the time, like on YouTube, like, oh, taking my crush out for the first time, or my crush. Isn't that such like an old school word, or like such a childish word, or a kiddie word, like crush? Oh, my crush. Like, I don't know, to me that's just whatever. But is there anybody that I'm interested in right now, or liking, or dating? I'm definitely not dating. I've been on one date since I got to Canada, and it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I literally told him, like, I left, we got to where we was going, and then he did something that I really didn't fuck with, and I literally left maybe like 5 minutes after getting to where we was going. I was just like, yeah, I can't do this, I'm going home. I can't do dating thing. I can't go on a date to get to know you. I need to know that I'm already interested in you. I've just had some crazy dating stories. Go check out my story time with my Tinder experience. Oh my goodness, go and comment underneath it once you have watched it. But yeah, no, I'm not dating. Do I have a crush on anybody? You could say there's a person or persons that I'm interested in, or like that I'm speaking to. Like, come on, it's not a drought around here. But I am very much focused right now, so I don't really have the time or like energy to to kind of bask in that whole thing right now. But yeah, I definitely have interest in there's some interesting people out here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. I'm definitely speaking to I've definitely been having like conversations and like speaking to people, and you know, definitely maybe might have my eye on somebody. Are they in Canada? I don't know. But yeah, that's all you guys are getting. But for sure, definitely interested in someone somewhere in the world. But yeah, there's like a party going on in one of the condos opposite me, and they look like they're really having fun, and I'm just like, I wish I was invited to that party. But anyway, okay, let's see what else we have. Canada or the UK? Canada or the UK? Do you know what's so funny? They're very similar. It doesn't feel too alien being out here. The culture's very similar. The busyness, like especially where I live, it's quite busy. I don't feel like I've gone too far from home, which I don't entirely like, if I'm being honest. But Canada or the UK, for different things, like, wow, that's so not cool, excuse the noise in the background. But yeah, for different things, like I fuck with the UK for the culture. We have like good vibes sometimes. Free healthcare. It's just where I grew up, so like all my family and stuff are there. The food, we have good food in the UK, I have to say that. We have a good hygiene like rating for the food in the UK, which a lot of other places struggle to get in order. But then like out here, Canada, their tax is disgusting. It's obviously a tipping cultured place, so tips usually start from like 15, maybe even 18% sometimes. It's very expensive. Like, I thought the cost of living back home in London was bad, but over here is bad. Like, your dollar will not stretch. Even though you get more for your pound, over here, your pound that's now $1 does not last. Like, it's very expensive here. Probably where I'm living is expensive. Like, I'm yet to travel and kind of see where else I would want to like stay and like set up, because I know, like, I have friends that don't live in Toronto but they live in Canada, and like they say it's a lot cheaper and things aren't so like crazy in terms of like the cost of living and stuff. So I guess it's just to do with like where you are, but where I am is crazy expensive. There's a lot of shootings that happen out here in Canada. I was aware of it. I know it's not as bad as the US, but it's definitely something that is an issue over here. The homelessness is really bad. Like, the homelessness and the drug problem out here is crazy. Like, I've never seen nothing like it. Like, the States, back home, UK, no. Canada's probably the worst state I've seen, like anything to do with like homelessness and like drug use, and it's so bad. Like I've seen some shit, and I haven't even been here 6 months yet. So yeah, I don't know, I couldn't pick Canada or the UK. Obviously home is home, but like in terms of just like a friendlier and happier environment, I'll have to go with Canada. Like people are a lot nicer, which tends to reflect on the way people are living. So yeah, people are just a lot more like, people have manners, and like, I don't know, just are a bit more like light-hearted and smile more and kind of speak with more of like a skip in their step. And in the UK, it's like, I feel like the UK is at such a bad place right now, where it's like no one can even hide how disappointed they are in our country, or how miserable they are with the state of like living over there. You can't hide it. Like everyone just looks miserable, the energy is miserable, like it's just like ugh. Whereas over here, like as soon as I got here anyway, people are just a lot happier. So yeah, I would say for that sense, definitely Canada. I have no intention of leaving anytime soon. My visa's for 2 years. I can appeal to get extension for another year, which I'm probably gonna do. And who knows, maybe I'll get my permanent residency, or maybe I'll travel somewhere else next. I'm not sure, but this has been really nice. I hope I've answered some. There was a few questions that I just was not answering. I'm gonna be as transparent as I can be on here, but there's some things that I will never ever put on the internet. That's my cue to go, because I don't know what the hell they're doing down there, but it's rather annoying. It's getting quite dark out here, as you can see. I'm trying to use my phone as light, but make sure you guys comment and let me know what you want to see next. I need video ideas, so please send me some through. I will do the video in regards to how I got my visa, just in case any of you were looking into moving to Canada yourself. I know that's a requested video, so I will get onto that very soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Love and light as always, sending you guys so much love. Keep pushing those goals. We're nearly at the end of the year, but just make it happen. Whatever you want to do, I know you can do. And just believe in yourself, and go stream my music and subscribe so I can get monetized. Like, come on now, help a girl out. Come on now. But yeah, I will see you guys soon. It's been lovely speaking to you, and yeah, TTYL.